All right, folks, welcome back to the U.S. Long Track Junior and Senior Championships. We're about 2 minutes to go. I am going to warn you immediately that we're trying something that we haven't done before, and that is running two live streams at the same time. So some of you maybe already have experienced missing a link to start today's program. I know the short track group in Salt Lake City is trying to set things up there too. So we had some stream keys disappear on us and uh, some things like that. So we'll see how it goes. If we do have any kind of disruptions that are related to that, I'll certainly try to get us back up and running as soon as possible. But um, it's our first time doing this, and quite frankly, none of us are experts. In case you guys haven't noticed, based on yesterday's stream. So, uh, but we're gonna have fun with it. We'll try to make sure that you can see your grandsons, granddaughters, nieces, nephews, sons, daughters out here competing, giving their all. So. We are about to start, and our first pair is pair number one, obviously, with Finley Descard on the outer. Here we go. And she is off. Again, trying to get down to that skating right away. You know, the instinct always, especially for these youngsters, well, for the seniors too, is to just run. But you really want to get down into that skating as quickly as possible. After all, it is faster to skate than it is to run. See what she did yesterday. Yesterday, she had a 48.77. So let's see where she ends up today. Of course, you'd like to try to better that a little bit if you can. Maybe get the nerves out of the way from the first day of your junior championships. And she does. 48.21 is what I've got here, at least on the scoreboard. Again, we do have some discrepancy on our sports graphics here, running off a different clock than our main scoreboard. So bear in mind that that might be just a little bit different, but I'll try to announce what's closer to our official times. So up next, Evie Forer. And we have a couple of lone pairs here at first. The reason for that is generally what we do is we switch lanes. So we take the results on the first day. If you started on the inner, the next day you start on the outer. And sometimes people aren't doing both races. So unfortunately, you're left with a lone pair. So you're going to see a couple of singles here to start off, both the ladies and the men. I think most would probably prefer to have a pair, even if they had to do the same lane. But it is a good experience to know what it feels like to end on the last inner, know what it feels like to end on the last outer. And same with the acceleration portion. Accelerating on that inner has a different feel than accelerating on that outer. I know that outer lane can be deceptive because you don't feel that same pressure, you don't have that same lean. So sometimes athletes get a little over ambitious and they almost start to reach into the corner trying to, create pressure in a false way. Around that last inner. She had a 48.02 yesterday. Let's see where she finishes today. Okay, a little off that today. 49.36. So up next, pair three, Elise Stavey on the inner. Nastasia Radulovic on the outer. Had a really nice day yesterday. good PBs. False start. We'll have to see if someone left early. The other reason they'd call that is someone wasn't holding their position steadily. Yeah, not stable, he said. So that's on the inner lane. So now they both have false starts. So the next person, if they did jump out, no matter who it is going to end up being disqualified. There we go. We're off clean start. You hate to have anyone get disqualified on a false start issue. 12.6 and 13.1 for Elise. So for this 500, these juniors that are doing a second one, I mentioned yesterday we're doing a 4-race point total. But what we'll do is we take the fastest 500 meter from the 2 that they'll do and apply that to their point total. So you'll see some of the juniors aren't doing a second 500. I believe like Jonathan Tobon is just going to is satisfied with his result yesterday. Take that time. But these other ones are trying to better their time. So Radilovic, 45.47. Stavey, 47.68. So up next, pair 4. Leah Choi on the inner, Claire Kudlata on the outer. We got a junior C2, which is a 14-year-old division, and Claire Kudlata is an A1, which would be the 17-year-old division. Yesterday, Claire was a 42.82. Leah was a 46.20. So a fairly big discrepancy there. So Leah's really going to try to work to keep Claire close here as best she can. Looks like Claire's going to go over the top here. Should be clean. But Leah can get a nice chase here down the backstretch. Hopefully get some draft, get a little bit of extra speed there. Nice last inner there. I really want to stay down. You're at your max speed here, so you're not necessarily accelerating down this last 100 meters, but you're more maintaining your speed. So stay down, don't over push, don't get over anxious and run. We're doing speed maintenance at that point. Okay, up next, Marley Soldan, Thalia Staley. In pair 5, Marley on the inner, Thalia on the outer. These are 2 in contention for the junior world team. Marley had a spectacular 3,000 meter yesterday, going under 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Thalia was slightly better there with a 4:27. So it's 2 good performances, 2 performances that they needed to really kind of solidify their spots on the junior team. They got a long way to go yet with 1,000 and a 1,500 meter that go towards their point total. But they kind of did their jobs there. Both are probably a little bit better at the distance races than they are like this 500 meter. So they're both looking to better their 500 times from the day one and close that point total gap here. Just see what they did yesterday. Yesterday, Thalia 42.22. Marley with a 42.67. So they're definitely looking to better that. Marley ahead here coming down that last stretch. And 42.68 for Marley. 42.88 for Thalia. So Thalia was a little bit slower there. And Marley was just a bit, oh, no, 1/100th slower. So right at what she did yesterday. So up next now, pair 6, Libby Williams on the inner, Natasa Gakovic on the outer. 2 junior A1s, 17-year-old division. Some of them may have turned 18 at this point. And they're off. Libby Williams yesterday with a 41.53, which was a personal best. Natasa Gakovic, 42.17, also set a personal best yesterday. And I believe they both set personals in their 3,000 meters. So they are probably feeling pretty confident at this point. Clean back stretch. Natasa giving a good hard chase now. Now she just needs to sit down. Like I mentioned before, maintain that high speed. And Libby, 41.89. A little bit off of yesterday. Natasa, 42.20. So 300 slower. So these last few just a little bit slower than what they did yesterday. Up next, pair 7, Eliana Fuchs and Georgia Birkland, also called GG for short. Maybe some other nicknames there, I'll have to ask. But I know Eliana had a really nice personal best yesterday. 41.52. No, I'd seen a lot of 42s this year in the results leading up to this, but yeah, really broke out. 41.52 is a nice time. So let's see if she can better that. False start there. To see, were they just not steady or did they leave early? I don't know if you guys have skated before, but when you're nervous at a championships, it is tough to hold that position. You've got all that adrenaline, you're on ice. It can be tricky to hold steady there. All right, good clean start now. Liana blasting that opener. Very nice. 11-3 for Eliana. Oh, come on, backstretch camera. Where'd you go? Down the home stretch. Georgia's trying to close her in now. And Ellie, 41.56. Just off yesterday. Georgia Birkland, 41.86. That's a little bit faster than what she did yesterday. So up next, Anna Quinn, pair 8 on the inner. Piper Eady on the outer. Piper with a tremendous 3K yesterday. I think he had talked about having some struggles in the fall physiologically and trying to inch her way back up. And boy, did she do it yesterday with just a good controlled 3,000 meter. I haven't seen her skate that well in a distance race before. And down the home stretch. Again, sit low, push to the side. Keep it simple here. Anna Quinn, 40-49. Piper Eady, 40-89. Where does that stack up to yesterday? Anna was a 40-40. Or no, 40-49. Piper was a 41-03, so a little bit faster there. Pair 9 now. Greta Myers on the inner. Blair Cruikshank on the outer. We're off. I would say Blair definitely does a nice job in general of just skating right off of that line, powering straight through, straight out, not popping up too much. Got like a weird thing going on here with our backstretch camera. Weird. Seems like each time I switch over to that one, it is frozen. So we'll have to check into that there on the break. I don't know if there's much I can do, but. And 39.62, just off what she did yesterday. 40.39 for Greta, 100th faster than what she did yesterday. But good to see some consistency in those 39s for sure. So up next, pair 10, Krista Rand Evans and Sarah Warren. Sarah's one of these ones that's really in contention for that 4th World Cup spot. Between her and Mackenzie Brown, it looks like, based on yesterday. Yesterday, I believe Sarah won a 39.2, and Mackenzie was a 38.9. Yeah, 38.99, Sarah 39.26. So just separated by 25 hundredths. So she's looking to have a big race here and try to put herself into a position for that World Cup team. Sarah with an 11.0. No, unfortunately, we're frozen on that backstretch again. Maybe something's up with our antenna or something. We're trying to do this wirelessly, which most expert will tell you don't do that. And 39.19. So that is not going to pass up Mackenzie Brown. So at this point, Mackenzie Brown, unless something else changes with one of the other pairs, but I think we're on pretty much our last pair. So that should do it for her. Mackenzie should have that position now. So here's our final pair, pair 11. Mackenzie Brown and Aaron Jackson, our gold medalists from 2022. Probably one of the coolest moments I've experienced as a being involved with U.S. speed skating. Okay, someone else is filming as well there, so maybe we can zoom in on that phone and get a better view of Aaron's start here. $10.54 for Aaron, $10.84 for Mackenzie. Man, what's going on here? Come on. This last inner for Aaron. Down the home stretch. She was a 37, high 37.4 yesterday. 37.77, and Mackenzie slightly faster than yesterday with a 38.98. So that's going to solidify her position on the Fall World Cup team. So congratulations, Mackenzie. Way to step up and take care of it. Congratulations, Mackenzie. I know Sarah had been really building up into this race, getting faster and faster, but Mackenzie was able to hold her off. So we have about 3-minute break now, and we're going to head over and start right into the men. Let me see if I can bring up that start list. So like I mentioned before, we're going to start out with 3 single pairs, which is kind of annoying. But at least the way that we had talked about it at the team leaders and the coaches meeting is we were going to switch pairs for everybody. So it is unfortunate, but like I said, you get a chance to practice on, building up on an outer corner or building up on an inner corner, and the same for when you finish there, because they are 2 different feelings there. So the more you can get some reps in, especially for these younger guys doing that, it's just a good way to gain some experience and get the feedback, um, that those different dynamics provide you. So we'll start out pair 1, Colin Ferguson, pair 2, Brock Ludwig, and pair 3, Matthew Pelchat. Some of you may recognize that name from a former Olympic speed skater, Mark Pelchat. Pair 4, Jerry Metch. On the outer, Ryan Olenek. Pair 5, Aiden Meacham, Samuel Hart Gorman. Pair 6, Zachary Jensen, Sam Chamberlain on the outer, a midway battle. Little discrepancy in age there. We got a C1 versus an A1. Pair 7, Max Weber versus Patrick Cosell. Pair 8, Carl Tatelli, Keith Kiovan. Pair 9, Nathaniel Beveridge, William Silk. William with just a tremendous 5K yesterday. Really put himself into position to maybe snag a spot in that World Cup team, or I'm sorry, Junior World team. He's a B2 and he's going up against some A's, but he's really making a run at those guys with that 5K performance yesterday. Pair 10, Brian Ballard, Calvin M on the outer. Pair 11, Augie Herman, Matthew Salm. Pair 12, Dylan Woodbury, Isaac Joan. William Gabauer in pair 13 and Sabian Tinson. Pair 14, Tanner Worley, Zach Stoppelmore. And pair 15 to close us out, Austin Kleba and Cooper McLeod, 2 of our top 500 meter guys. Some of you that are tuning in may have noticed that Jordan Stolz is not in this one. He's taking his time from yesterday. Like I said, it's the best of the 2 times who we declare our U.S. champion. My guess is he's pretty safe with that track record of 34:40. But he will be going in the 1500 meter later today. So we'll get a chance to see that great young talent perform today as well. But some good battles on our junior side, like I mentioned with the women. These guys are just trying to better their time from yesterday, see if they can squeeze out a better point total by doing a second 500 today. Maybe they're a little bit more comfortable with a different lane as well. Or if they maybe slipped in their 500, so they're going to have a good opportunity here to do better in this race today. So here we are with Colin Ferguson. He is off. Down the backstretch we go. Oh, try to get on those blocks. And he finishes in 43.83. That's a personal best. 44:54 was what he went yesterday, so significantly faster today. That's good to see. Maybe he got those first day jitters out of the way and just settled in and focused on his good efficient technique there. It looked like he was really controlled to finishing that race. So here we are, pair 2, Brock Ludwig from Butte, Montana on the inner. I think we have 2 skaters from Butte, Montana, Brock and William Silk. But Butte always holds a special place in my heart. I spent some time training out there in Montana. Some good experiences, a great place to just train and focus on your skating. And really nothing better than skating outdoors in my mind on a beautiful day. And Butte, they're right up against the mountains there. And boy, I had some really special days. And it can be fast there too. They're at altitude, so less wind to try to push through. And boy, you used to have some good times comparable to the indoor times here in Milwaukee. I remember setting some personals out there. Okay, come on, camera. We don't want to tick off those people in Butte. Oh, Brock, get on those blocks, dude. Get on those blocks. You're killing me, man. I'm going to come and find you after this, Brock. Brock just skated a 510 meters in 43:14. So he went 0.6 faster and he went further. Maybe he's just trying to make a point. I don't know. But my recommendation would be get on those blocks. Okay, up next, pair 3. Matthew Pelchat, son of Mark Pelchat. We got some family coming up here. We got my brother here, Mike Corman, his kids, Riker, crew. Right next to me, the legendary Jessica Smith from the short track team, Olympian, 4th place at the Olympic Games. An incredible short track skater, incredible inline skater. But let's focus on Matthew Pelchat, shall we? Okay, down this home stretch. Oh, that's a big PB right there. Holy cow. He went 42:03 yesterday and got a PB. Today he went 40.99. That is incredible. Dad must have coached him up yesterday, or was it Coach Whitty? I don't know. Who gets the credit? Or is it just Matthew that we give the credit to? So up next, now we finally have a pair. Jerry Meck and Ryan Olnick. Ryan yesterday was a 43:09, which was a personal best. Jerry was a 41:27, which was also a personal best. And 11:7. Oh, 11:1 for Jerry, 12:07 for Ryan. Ryan had a really nice 5K yesterday. He stuck out in my mind, just maintaining his technique the entire way. Looked the same from the first lap to the last lap, which you always want to see. Nope, sorry, I missed that backstretch. Down the home stretch. $41.35 for Jerry. Just off yesterday, $42.66 for Ryan. So that's a personal best for Ryan. Way to go. So up next, pair 5, Aiden Meacham, Samuel Hart Gorman. 2 Bs, Aiden a B1, Samuel Hart Gorman a B2. Aiden was on our junior development team this year. Great to see him out in Salt Lake doing some training with us on the senior team. Super nice kid, hard worker, works with Pat Wetland out in Colorado Springs. See what they were yesterday. We had Aiden in a 40.53 and Samuel Hart Gorman with a 42.51 yesterday. Aiden 11.29 opener. Samuel Hart Gorman 11.9 opener. Well, let's see if they can improve their times from yesterday. They're down the home stretch. Just get low, get underneath that wind. You want to slip through it here at this point when you're going that fast. And Aiden, 40.34, betters his time from yesterday. Samuel, 42.66, so just off his time from yesterday. But yesterday was a personal after all. So up next, pair 6, we have Zachary Jensen and Samuel Chamberlain. The A versus C battle, both out of Midway. I mentioned yesterday too, Sam Chamberlain, the son of a former national team skater, Jackie Linnell back then. Also from the Minnesota area, trained out in Salt Lake for a time in the lead up to the 2002 games. Zach Jensen, from what I gather, is a former baseball player. Pretty dedicated to that and made the switch over to ice, just a couple years ago, I think. Not necessarily the normal pipeline that you hear about, but hey, if you're an athlete, you're an athlete. So you can see Zach really trying to adopt some of these technical cues as quickly as possible. I think watching him from the outside, he just needs more time to be comfortable on the ice. But he's really working hard. You can see on some of those fundamental positions, and they're off. Yesterday, Zach was a 40.45. So I'm sure he's after that. Sam Chamberlain, 42.50. So Sam's going to get a nice chase here down this backstretch. Hope he can really try to close in on his older teammate here, Zach. Like I said, you can see Zach trying to work on some good fundamental positions. Just a little, you can tell it's just not quite completely comfortable as if someone grew up on the ice. But boy, is he making strides. 40.23, and then Sam Chamberlain with a big improvement over yesterday, 41.74. So went from 42.5 to 41.7. Nice race there. Zach Jensen, 0.2 faster than yesterday as well. So really nice work from those guys. What do we got next? Pair 7, Max Weber. I don't know if he says Weber or Weber, but I'll have to ask him. Patrick Cossell on the outer. Both from Midway, I believe, as well. Working with Stephen Hartman, recently started out there. I know Chris Widman is also one of their coaches in the development pipeline. Got a good group out there, good community. It's always fun to go to Roseville and, well, quite frankly, eat the volunteer food that they provide, if I'm being honest. So 10-8 for Max, 11-7 for Patrick. Max yesterday was a 39.78, which was a personal best. Patrick was a 41.54, which was also a personal best. So let's see if we can get back-to-back PBs. That makes for a good weekend when you're stringing together PBs like this. Boy, skating is sure fun then. And wow, he does it. 39:41. Goodness gracious. So much faster than yesterday. Patrick Cassell, 42:64. So just a little bit off what he did yesterday. There we go. High five on the backstretch. We got to start capturing some more of those. Very nice, man. Hey, pair 8 now. Carl Tatelli on the outer. Keith Kiovan. You know, Keith was in our was our development skater of the year a couple years back. Carl is on our junior world team as of last year, on our junior national team in training this year. Let's see what they went yesterday. Yesterday, Carl was a 38:37. Keith was a 41:04. So I know Carl is really shooting for a junior world team position. So this 500 meter definitely has implication in regards to that. So he's trying to better that time in order to get that point total that he needs. I think he was a little disappointed with his 5,000 meter yesterday. So getting some extra points here, lowering that point total is important to him. And he does go better. So 38:15. So it takes a little bit off of what he did yesterday. Keith just a little bit off, half second off what he did yesterday with a 41:51. So up next, pair 9, Nathaniel Beveridge and William Silk. Nathaniel had a nice PB yesterday as well. Let's see what he went here. Beveridge 38:27. Man, flirting with those 37s now. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but I know as an athlete too, you immediately, oh, I need to get 37 now. Hardly ever satisfied. Will Silk yesterday 39:83. So he's in that same position right now as Carl was, really trying to lower his point total with a good 500 here. As I mentioned earlier, he had a tremendous 5,000 meter yesterday. Boy, that was fun to watch, just stringing a bunch of 32-second laps together. I'd say the distance races, seem more in his wheelhouse than a 500 meter, but he's definitely continuing to improve this race as well. And like I said, wants to get that time down, lower that point total. Where are we? There we go. Daniel at a 10-7 opener. William Silk 11-3. Let's see if he can get that 37. And 38-17, 39-60 for Will Silk. So Will managed to get a couple of tenths there. I think that's good because he was able to match the couple of tenths that Carl Tatelli got. But yeah, Nathaniel Beveridge with another personal best, another tenth there. Really nice work on his part. So up to pair 10, Brian Ballard and Calvin M on the outer. So let's see. Calvin yesterday did a 39:14, which was a personal best. Let's see. Where was Brian? Brian was a 37:54. What is his PB? His PB is a 37:36. So he's right there based on what he did yesterday. And oh yeah, you probably want to watch the race. Brian 10-4, Calvin 10-6-6. Nice work. Yeah, I remember Brian. I was impressed yesterday how he just gets off that line, stays down. It's right into that skating. Especially for acceleration, getting into those inners quickly is important. I know sometimes when you say get into your skating, people like really think get into your skating in a sense of like you're hitting outer edges and all this stuff down the 100. You do not want to be doing that. That's just wasted time. 37.44, just barely off his personal, and Calvin with a personal into the 38s. You know that's a good feeling. There it is. Oh, Coach Lee got denied. Calvin! I can't believe you just did that to Coach Lee. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to talk, young man. Maybe I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He just didn't notice. But, oh, that was cold. Okay, now we have Augie Herman on the inner, Matthew Salm on the outer. Both guys train with the Dash program here in Milwaukee. Augie had a tremendous day yesterday in his bid to make the junior world team. Here we go. 10-5 for Augie, 10-4 for Matthew Salm. And I know when I was talking about Zach Jensen earlier too, Matt Salm reminds me a little bit of him in the sense that he's kind of, in a way, a late comer to the ice, but you can see how much he's working on fundamentals. And to me, it's like one of those things that's just a matter of time to continue to gain, some comfort on the ice, feeling connected with the ice. But Augie, 37-14, that betters what he did yesterday. Matthew Salm, 38-32, just off what he did yesterday, just barely. But again, right where they wanted to be, that's good. Augie wanted to get a little bit of that point total down. So excellent work there. Let's see here, pair 12. Okay, Dylan Woodbury and Isaac Joan on the outer. So if Isaac goes well, I'm looking for that high five on the backstretch with Coach Lee. I hope Coach Lee is, not back there shedding a tear after getting denied by Calvin. You can see Isaac here, a good style for getting into those inners quick. Maybe bring them back in together just a little bit more, but you can see he's got a good feel for trying to get into his push right away. All right, backstretch camera, and there you go. So both guys in the junior division trying to lower their point totals. Dylan by on the outer here. He was a high 36 yesterday. 37.00. Isaac, 37.52. So just off of what he did yesterday. So just barely off there. Oh, okay. No high fives there. Maybe because I was a little slower than yesterday, but. Okay. Pair 13 now. William Gebauer on the inner. Sabian Tinson on the outer. William grew up skating here, but is on our national team now in Salt Lake City, training with Coach Ryan Simbakuro. Sabian Tinson, I believe, is a junior world champion in inlines and has made the transition over to ice to some degree here. I don't know if he still intends to do some inlining, but I know he's a fantastic sprinter on inlines and is working with the FAST program at the Utah Olympic Oval with Coach Mitch Whitmore. Will with a 10-2-8, Sabian 10-4. I think Will was a 10-2 yesterday as well. Sabian 10-4. Guessing he wanted a little bit more than that, but still in the hunt. And Wilga Bauer, 36.07. Sabian Tinson, 37.02. Okay, up next, pair 14, Tanner Worley and Zach Stoppelmore, two of our inline transfers. But again, kind of always hoping that those guys will continue with some of their inlines too. I mean, we're really trying to just broaden the idea that you can do both. So once you switch to ice, doesn't mean you shouldn't be competing in inlines as well. Tanner and Zach. Zach 10.07, Tanner 10.02. Okay, close race here. Zach's going to get that chase down the backstretch. Always nice to see someone up there in front of you to really try to hunt down. Coming out, it looks like Zach's going to be in front coming out of this corner. See where we finish up. 35.48. Zach Stoppelmore, Tanner 35.70. So Zach yesterday was a 35.50, so another 10th off his time from yesterday. And Tanner too, another 10th off. Tanner was a 35.85 yesterday. So nice work from both of those guys. So our final men's 500 meter pair. So if you're wondering why this front stretch camera is where it's at, it's not because we like filming the lap counter. It's because our transmitter, the one we had before, was broken. And we went to Best Buy on Wednesday night and got a little cheap model from Best Buy, which doesn't transmit very far. But 987 for Austin Kleba, 994 for Cooper. Come on, there we go. We're in Salt Lake. We have some fiber optics that we can run, so we're able to kind of keep that keep it hardwired instead of trying to run this stuff wirelessly. But similar to yesterday, Austin Kleba 35-10, Cooper McLeod 35-14. So nice work there, men. Good consistent racing with those low 35s. We'll be taking a break now. I think it's about a 48, 50-minute break. Feed some of the volunteers and those kind of things. Oh, there you can see Coach Mitch Whitmore talking to Tanner Worley, saying, if you did this like I used to do, you could go 34-19. But you didn't. You did this. So don't do that. Do this. What else we got going on the backstretch? There's Sabian. Well, in the meantime, let's take a look at our point totals. So right now, this is based off of yesterday's 500, so I have to update the 500 from today yet. But most of them were pretty close, maybe a little bit different, but this should give you guys an idea of where they're at here. Let me zoom in just a little bit. We had Greta Myers in first with point total 82.7, then Piper 86.4, Thalia 86.8, Marley Soldan 87.5, Libby Williams 88.1. And then, so that's the top 5 are our junior team. And then just out, these girls that are trying to get up into there are Natasha Gakovic at 88.6. And then Claire, a little bit out there, 1.5 points off of Natasha with a 91.0. So those are our top one. And Nastasia Nazi at 91.3. I know she's going to be looking to make up ground in some of these longer races as well, but skated some really great races yesterday. As far as the men go, we had Jordan Stoles on top, 73.0, way out in front of everybody else. And then Jonathan Tobon, 77.0, Augie Herman, 77.8, Dylan Woodbury, 78.7, and then Carl Tatelli, 80.4. So that's our top 5. That'd be our junior world team. Oh, actually, we have a race going on. Looks like a reskate. Elise Stavey, and then I'll come back to those U.S. Junior Championships results quickly as well. Like I said, a few of them did better today, a couple tenths, so I'll update that here either during the break or at the end of the day, and we'll have some point totals for you tomorrow. So should make for some exciting racing tomorrow. I know that's the fun part about those all-around competitions is just kind of seeing where you end up, what you have to do in that final race to earn yourself a spot on the team. So Elise, 13:09 for an opener. Go back, see what she did yesterday. It was Elise 47:37 yesterday, which was a personal best. So she's looking to improve that, hopefully. It's going to be close. Oh, just off, 47:59. So back over to those junior men results. Bring up my sheet here too. So this is where it's getting interesting. You got guys like Carl who are in right now, but Will Silk is lurking there at a 81.2. So 8.8 tenths behind. And then Aiden Meacham there, 83.3 in seventh. So those are the guys that are, trying to hunt down Carl there as best they can going forward. So let me see when what was our start time? 11:10 for our restart time. And then we'll be back at it with the women's 1500 and the men's 1500. Should be some exciting racing there. So let me put up my old restart screen here. 11:10 a.m. And I will take a little break, try to continue to work on some of these bugs we're having, and I'll be back. All right, folks, we are back at it. First up, pair one, Elise Stay and Evie Forer. Do believe Evie's father is on the camera on the backstretch there. So 3 3/4 laps for this one. You may have noticed to my right, the great Dave Tamburino is going to sit in for a few races today. So
don't know if they can hear me at home.
I think they can hear you. I see your oops, back to the switcher. Nothing's changed. I was getting into a good rhythm there, Dave, for a little bit there, I thought. But our camera's there. Yeah, we just got the one camera set up for right now. But we'll give you some cameo maybe later with a second camera.
Gotta pull up some personal bests and some track records here. Let's see what's going on.
Here we are on the front stretch. 36.5 for Elise there. 39.8 for Evie. So we did try to reset that camera down on the backstretch, but looks like we're still having some connection issues there. In the chat, we have, is that the Hall of Fame eligible Dave Tamburino?
Could that be the Hall of Fame eligible Nick Pearson? That I don't know. I can't see. Did he? I think it is. Can't see I even got my glasses on. Still can't see it.
Evie through the line.
It is.
44.5. Elise down the backstretch. I believe that's Chris Winman cheering her on, giving her some directions. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. Through the line in 2:28.00 on the scoreboard here. Again, just a reminder, our sports graphics are a little bit off on a different timing system, which was explained to me in terms that were way beyond me. I know that's not shocking to most of you, but yeah.
Right.
Okay, up next, Natasha Gokovic, inner, outer, Libby Williams. These are two that are going for the Junior World Team. I believe, what did we say, was Libby in 5th?
Yeah.
Libby in 5th, so that final spot, and Natasha right behind her. So this is a nice head-to-head battle to try to make up some ground on the other person, if possible. But either way, Natasha has been skating great. 2 personal bests yesterday. Just a great skate by her. Libby as well had 2 personal bests yesterday. So, I mean, that's all you can ask for right now is to just see some good improved skating.
I got a fun fact for you about Libby.
Okay.
And for the folks at home, I think that Libby may be the first athlete to ever qualify for the World University Championships in both short track and long track.
That is a good point, yes.
Or the games.
Games. FISU University games, yeah. Short track and long track.
The same year.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Same year.
I know even just trying to get her registered was a little tricky. Just some conflicting entries there that made it confusing for some people. So
I think a lot
but those are good problems to have, Libby. Nice job.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure if they knew how to enter an athlete into
two different. No, they didn't.
2 different events.
They didn't, and yeah, how to register them for the right distances, but I think they've worked through it. So
she's skating a strong 1500 right now.
Yeah, this is a good one. And through in 34.3. I think most of our lap times on the sports graphics are pretty accurate. It's just those final times. 35.2 for Natasha. You can see we got 4 coaches on the backstretch this time. You're able to have 2 in the 1500 meter and up. One to hold the lap board generally, and the other to yell some directions. What? It'll be Williams. And 2:10.52. Natasha, 2:14.82. So up next, pair 3, Nazi Radilovic and Marley Soldan. Again, a pair there that is vying for the junior world team. Marley is currently in a position for the junior world team, and Nazi trying to get into that position. But Marley had an incredible 3K yesterday to really kind of put her in a good position.
I have another fun fact for you, Matt.
Fun facts, let's go.
What does Marley and Nazi both have in common?
I believe that they were both the development skater of the year.
Boom.
Is that it?
That is right. Ding dong.
Right, yes. Nazi, was it last year or 2 years ago? Nazi was the development skater of the year in the C division, and Marley was this year's junior C development skater of the year. And that's the junior development skater of the year is one that's kind of a discretionary pick. I know the high performance team gets together and kind of looks at some results from nationals, AM Cups, even age group nationals, and try to pick someone that has made some really significant gains. And then we also have development skater. You can make the junior development team as a C as well, just through your ranking as an AM Cup. So there's really kind of 2 opportunities there for the C's to kind of get into that system there.
Marley being coached by the venerable Coach Lee, who's probably one of the most historic.
One of our top coaches.
Yeah.
And I'll have to show you this later, but Coach Lee got stood up in a harsh way. No. On the backstretch, his skater skated a great race in the 500 earlier.
Don't say it.
And Coach Lee went out for the high five. And Calvin, I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm going to give you a hard time. You ghosted him. He ghosted Coach Lee.
Oh.
That's just not right.
No. But that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and just say, he got distracted by something with a great race and, wasn't intentional.
No. That's what the coaches live for.
Yep. High five on the backstretch.
That's right.
They need it, guys, so don't leave them hanging. That's fuel.
You know what is really interesting with Marley? She trains primarily short track.
Right.
With the Puget Sound Club.
Yep.
And here she is getting ready to make a bid for the junior world team.
2:10.34.
First place.
2:14.33.
She's strong.
For Nazi. Woo.
Yeah.
Oh, do we got one?
Did we get a high five there?
We were getting a high five there.
Oh.
Got distracted.
Nazi's got some good momentum this year.
Yeah. Making some good gains.
Yep.
So up next, pair 4 on the inner, Leah Choi and Finley Descartes. Followed by Piper Eady and Rebecca Simmons.
Rebecca Simmons, third in yesterday's 3,000.
Right. Yep.
Hello.
Yep. Good C-level performance by her.
I have to admit, I don't know a whole lot about these 2 skaters. Ms. Choi, Leah Choi.
Yeah, I think Choi is from Puget Sound as well.
Okay.
And then Finley, I don't know, but I'm sure Jeff Brand knows. He said, "Oh, how'd you get all all the hometowns. I said, I asked them. So, yeah, very simple but effective approach.
All you have to do is ask. Oh, Vancouver, Washington. Finley.
Oh, she is too. Okay.
So,
okay.
Coach Lee's got his hands full.
Great.
So a couple teammates of Marley. So
yes,
how great for them to see Marley.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, show that it is possible. And looking in the warm-up lane, I see another one of Coach Lee's former athletes, also from the Puget Sound Club, Thalia Staley.
Yeah, Thalia.
You know,
she is making her bid for another junior world team here. Had a good 3K yesterday to really kind of help solidify her position. Obviously, 2 races left, 2 races of good work to do yet, but she's in a position right now. Leah Choi through in a 37.4. And Finley, 40.2. Oh, get on those blocks. Get on those blocks.
Oh, you lose a lot of time, a lot of distance.
Okay, where is she? There we go. Finishing strong. 2:20.88 or 89. Very nice. And Finley, 2:29.43.
Can I take a picture of that? Jeff has got all the goodies here. The announcer, Jeff Brand.
Okay, up next, pair 5, Piper Eady on the inner. On the outer, Rebecca Simmons. Piper looking to get that position on the. She was on there last year. Big PB in her 3,000 meter yesterday. You know, I keep talking about it, but one of the best races I've ever seen her skate. I think she identifies a little bit more as like a sprinter, but really put together an efficient skate yesterday. Technically relaxed, leveraging her body weight in the push, and just smoother. You know, in years past, it seemed like almost like a violent push that she would have, but this would look like a nice, controlled, even pressure through the push instead of like that kind of wild snap at the end of her push.
Controlled like your golf swing.
Just like my golf swing, smooth like butter.
Smooth like butter. Not no parquet and not no margarine.
No,
simply butter.
Butter. It's a lot like Fred Couples, only I just don't get as much, TV time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, yeah. All right, Piper out front here. 27.55.
So Piper's PB 209.
Okay.
So she is currently 0.8 under first place. And I believe first place is what, 210-ish?
Yep, right around 210, I think, if my memory serves me correctly. Rebecca coming back here in this first lap. Now is going to be the true test. 2 to go. We really want to build this corner to maintain speed. At least that's how I would approach my 1500s. Though some people are probably saying, I don't care how you approach your 1500s. I'd rather know how Jordan Stolz approaches his 1500s. I'd rather know a few others and how they approach it.
Rebecca sporting 2 arms on the back.
Okay. 3-1 for Piper, 3-0 for Rebecca.
You know, I have a feeling Piper's going to get a big PB here. Rebecca is 205, so
okay.
she'll be in the neighborhood, but Piper is going to smash it.
Yeah, nice chase by Rebecca there. Hopefully Piper can respond. And a little bit off those blocks. Drives me nuts.
Leader.
And we are through in a 2:07.77.
All right.
Rebecca Simmons, and like you said, that's a PB for Piper, right?
Yep, big one, yeah.
2:08.32. Nice work.
About a second. Took a second off. She's on the upswing. Look out, Piper.
Very nice. Oh, we got one. Missed my graphic, but now that I got 2 people here, I'm gonna start to try to work the graphics a little bit more. The two graphics that we have.
Yes. The high five.
We got the high five, and we got the U.S. Speed Skating personal best.
Personal best. Now, are you working the switcher too?
I'm working the switcher too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I probably shouldn't claim that.
No, the guys in the truck are.
Yeah, the guys in the truck keep screwing stuff up. So here we have Claire Kudlata on the inner, Anna Quinn on the outer. Anna's having a great year this year. Really, kind of got, I would say, stagnant in some results for the last couple years, but really seems to be having a breakout year. Getting some personal bests. Made our 4 continents team. Won a medal there, actually. Claire, also an elite cyclist.
Senior in high school.
Yeah, senior in high school, but having a good cycling during the summer, and she comes out here in the winter and maintains her kind of fitness and whatnot, doing some speed skating, and one of our top juniors coming up too. So Anna through 30.3. That's a nice lap time.
She's trucking.
Claire 33.6. So Anna 2.6 seconds ahead through 700 meters.
Well, if the PB that I have here is right, Anna's going to smash it. So the PB I see is a 2:08.10.
Okay.
I better look that up. Consult speedskatingresults.com, but that's what I'm seeing. Coming up on a Bell lap. How are your legs feeling about this point in 1500, Matt?
I don't know what you're feeling at this point.
Shoot, she's almost 3 seconds under the first place time.
Another 32.9, 35.1 for Claire. Coach Mitch telling her to go that way and fast. That's what that arm signal meant.
Huh.
That way, faster.
Anna maintaining a nice deep position throughout the race. I mean, she's skating very well.
Yeah, and I've been talking about this through the live stream about just maintaining that technique, looking the same from first to last, or your first lap to your last lap. 2:05.26.
I got to double check because that would have been a 3-second personal. Let's go to speedskatingresults.com.
2:14 for Claire. Okay, up next, we have Ilse Schob on the inner, Sarah Warren on the outer. Ilse's on our FISU World University Games team this year. Sarah Warren on our senior national sprint team. Also competed at some of the World Cups this fall.
Anna's personal's 2:05.12, so just outside it.
Anna just off her personal, but at sea level, that's a great time.
Yeah,
then.
Really good. Anna's on the FISU team as well.
Yeah, Anna's on the FISU team as well. In Lake Placid coming up here in a couple of weeks. Should be a great experience for these athletes. Get some international experience, to meet a lot of new people. Sarah Warren through 26.5. Sarah's definitely capable of a good, solid 1,500 meter here. I think considers the 500 and the 1,000 maybe more her specialty, but she's certainly capable of solid 1,500s and has really improved her technique over the last couple years to allow her to do that, skate more efficiently.
Former Division I soccer player.
Yes, also played for the Fighting Illini, right?
Yep.
University of Illinois soccer player. Overall, just great athlete, great teammate, great person to have on our national team. Brings strong. A lot of good positive energy.
Man, she is looking strong. Two arming it too.
Yeah, 2 arms down. I don't know how you feel about the 2 arms down. A little dangerous sometimes when you're exhausted. Sometimes you get a little bit forward and those pushes go back, but if she can maintain that position, she just wants to put it all out there, I think.
3.5 seconds under first place time.
Yeah, probably a little disappointed after her 500 earlier. I know she was just outside the World Cup team there.
Hang in there. Extend. Very aggressive race for her. Very aggressive race.
And
wow.
2:02.00.
Sarah Warren, everybody.
Ilsa through with a 2:11.43. Oh, I think we missed a high five on the backstretch, but
Greta Myers, Thalia Staley.
Here we go, yeah. Pair 8, Greta Myers, Thalia Staley, and then our final pair is going to be Erin Jackson and Kimmy Getz. In Calgary, they more affectionately call her Kimmy Goats.
Okay.
Greta having a great year, as we're well aware. Set a couple of junior national records in the fall that had been standing for too long. No offense to those that had the records, but come on, it's been a while. We need to get those down.
Freshen it up.
Thank you, Greta, for doing that. Much appreciated. It must have been those great junior camps you attended. I mean, I'm not patting myself on the back or anything, Dave, or you, but
you know,
that had to be it. I don't think Bob Corby or any of these other people played the same role we did.
Absolutely not. I mean, those 2 weeks out of a 52-week year are critical.
Those, you can really identify a turning point sometime, and it must have been there.
I know. Bob spends 11 months a year with Greta, but hey, a week or two with us, and anything's possible.
That's right. It's magic. 9-2 for Greta. So 0.2 ahead of Sarah at this point. 1-3 for Thalia. Oh, there we go. If you do notice some freezing on your screen, it's probably your internet and not our transmitters here.
No.
Okay? So maybe you need to reboot your modems at home. I don't know. But it's probably your internet.
Hit the restart button.
1-2, 0.3 ahead. All right, we're basically looking at who's going to have the better lap here, or better last lap. Thalia, 3-1.
Both Thalia and Greta getting some good international experience over the last 12 months between Junior Worlds, FISU Championships, Greta with World Cups, Thalia at 4 continents.
Yep.
Really ups your game and changes your perspective.
2 flat, 0.61, so Greta Myers takes the lead. Thalia through in 4th place now at 2:07.40.
Hey, it's good for Thalia.
That's a new screen. All right, final pair. These are some special athletes coming up. We have Erin Jackson, gold medalist, 500 meter. Also a how do you say, newly imported A group skater in the 1,000 meter, which wasn't on the radar that long ago.
Yeah, holy cow.
So now she's consistently in the A group, and then Kimmy Gatz here, winning multiple medals in the 1,000 meter and being a top 10 skater in the 1,500 meter on the World Cup circuit.
Last 12 months for Kimmy has been unbelievable. She had a great Olympic trials last year. Oh, what's happening?
Yeah, they don't want to see it. They wanted to see the start list, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, really soak that in instead of watching the gold medalist.
Yeah, especially on the last pair.
Yeah, on the last. There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, I love seeing an Olympic gold medalist in the 500 do a 1,500.
Yeah, she's just improved her efficiency so much that.
Oh boy, look at that! Nice turn.
She has the capacity now to do these races.
I gotta tell you, those Aaron Jackson turns.
Good draft for Kimmy there. Okay, lap 1, a 28.3, 2 seconds ahead of the leader.
Fastest lap
Aaron
of the day.
Jackson, 9.2, half a second ahead of the leader.
Well, the information I have shows that Kimmy's personal's 154.
Right.
So
that might be a stretch to get that personal here at sea level, but sure she's going to go for it. 30.1, 3 seconds ahead of Greta's time.
Wow.
33.2, 1.6 behind Greta now for Aaron Jackson.
Kimmy definitely breaking 2 minutes here. Definitely breaking 2. Wow. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, it's going to be a good, solid race
Very good race. Look at that. Hey-o.
Yeah, 1:56.01. Very nice sea level time. Aaron coming through, closing it out. 2:05.24. That's fourth.
How many spots available?
Well, actually, one spot was available.
Okay.
So we had Brittany Bowe is qualified based on her results, the Fall World Cup qualifier. So was Kimmy, but she's still racing it. And then Mia Kilberg is also qualified. So we were really looking for the next person after that. So I'll have to take a look here. It's probably, was it Greta, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So I think Greta got that final spot and was able to lock that in.
It's nice to see some of these juniors making that big jump transition to the senior level.
Absolutely.
It doesn't always work like that.
You hope by the time you get to your last year as a junior, you're closing that gap on these older guys.
Knocking on the door.
Yep, exactly. All right, so I think we're taking a little resurface break here. And then we're going to get into the men's 1,500 meter. I see them clearing off the blocks. So I'll look for a restart time. I don't know if you heard that. Maybe Olu knows.
Oh, yeah. Olu, do you know start time?
12:05.
12:05. And not a minute sooner, folks.
No, it's like a Swiss clock here.
The music was playing before the start guns, and I was trying to figure out where it's coming from. That's what it was.
12:05. Here we go, and we will see you guys in a little bit. All right, here we go. About to start the men's 1500 meter. Up first, we have Matthew Pelchat and Patrick Cassell. It's someone in the chat asking for start lists and orders. Obviously, you can see this one here, but tell you what, if you go to this website right here, download this app. I just put it in the chat, and then enter this as your password. You are then going to be getting all of the event information that the competitors and the coaches get here, which includes updated start lists, the results when we post them. So I don't think there's any reason that you can't just get all that information there if you'd like to. I know it's usually for competitors and coaches, but there's nothing top secret in there. So
no.
Go download that, and you can have a look at all of the information that the coaches and athletes have here as well. So hopefully that works for you.
What if it doesn't work for them?
Well, we'll do our best to post the start list here, or at least show them while we're going here. But usually we have, what's nice in Salt Lake, at least, is we have speedskatingresults.com. John McLennan, who runs that, is sitting right next to us here and also entering all the results live. So we're able to just use his screen and his results for draws and results and all those start list types things. So unfortunately here we don't have that, but that's something that maybe we need to look into getting.
Hey, speaking of this race, Matthew Pelchat. Pelchat sounds familiar.
You know that name.
Oh, wait, we're talking Olympian Mark Pelchat?
Yes, his son had a really nice 500 meter personal this morning, actually. Big PB, went under 41.
He's a high school hockey player converted to speed.
Okay.
We got him. He looks strong in this 1500.
So his dad was trying to convince me that he's got some good endurance. And I don't know if you remember his dad.
100-meter specialist?
But no offense, Mark, don't take this the wrong way. But you had zero endurance.
I think he's okay with that.
Zero endurance. But hey, what's the trade-off? You can do, 9.4 second openers or 9.5 second openers. I don't know what his best was. You can also do 9.9 openers with a 360 down the 100.
That was unbelievable.
So you're able to do cool things like that, but the trade-off was, that last lap maybe in the 1,000 meter was, I used to think to myself, he should just tuck. You got this high speed,
and just
stop trying to skate. Just get aero. Just get really aero, because sometimes it looked like his pushes were slowing him down.
You could do the Bruce Lee.
Sorry, Mark.
1 inch. He could do the 1 inch.
I'm only saying that with with love behind it. But gosh, it was entertaining. All right, up next, Ryan Olenek and Calvin. Calvin's the dude that ghosted Coach Lee. Yeah.
No high five.
No high five on the backstretch. Coach Lee was looking for it.
Well, hopefully he learned from the experience.
Yeah, let's see. I hope word got to him. I haven't been able to personally connect, so. But if he has a good race.
Ryan Olenek might be skating a little bit more long track than short track these days. He really has enjoyed the 400-meter oval.
Good, because he had a great 5K yesterday. He was one that really stuck out to me in the sense that I mentioned this before, but his technique was like the same from lap 1 to the end.
Yeah.
He did not waver in his technique at all. Had a really nice 5K.
He's a cross-country runner.
Oh, okay.
Very good cross-country runner. So I know I cannot, nor have I ever run a 5K as fast as he's very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Yeah.
trying to think what year he is. Maybe middle schooler or early high school. But he's young. He's young.
Oh, you know what? I think I gave this guy the wrong password in the chat for our Spotted app. I think it's MKE Fast now. I put speed. Sorry about that. There you should be able to see all the start list, results, all that jazz.
Oh, look at this draft on the backstretch. Hey-oh. Nice. Very nice draft.
Ooh, right on him. Nicely done. Didn't force it either. You know, sometimes you see these guys go so out of their way to try to get a draft. But that was a nice natural tuck behind there. Oh, and looking strong coming down this home stretch.
Yeah. Huh. He's accelerating.
Come on, transmission.
No.
208.50. 210.33 for Ryan. All right, Calvin. Coach Lee coming out. Is he coming out? And come on. Oh, there was no high five.
I don't think he knows.
Darn it.
I don't think he knows.
Well, at least that time Coach Lee wasn't reaching out his hand.
Yeah.
Last time I thought Coach Lee went out with the hand and he got ghosted. So that's much, I can understand that one there a little bit, but I thought he was really setting up for a high five.
Ryan just skated an 8-second personal.
Okay. Now, in your experience, is that pretty good?
Is that okay? Is that good?
Say that's solid. Solid.
Yeah.
So here we go. Zachary Jensen on the inner. Sam Chamberlain on the outer. I know Sam had a huge PB in his 500 earlier. These two were actually paired in the 500 too. A versus C for juniors.
Zach Jensen, a converted baseball player.
Right.
We got him.
Right, I was saying earlier too, he's just one of these guys, you can tell he's working on the fundamentals with his position and certain things, but just is starting to develop that feel for the ice that you just need time to do.
High school senior.
Can't imagine it's the most natural transition from baseball to ice speed skating. But hey, man, good athletes are good athletes. So
that's right. Just ask Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's a Milwaukee Brewer now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, the Brewers picked him up.
No way.
Eddie is gonna play for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, we actually have a couple of pro baseball players that have speed skated. Lee Mazzilli for the New York Mets.
And Yankees.
Oh yeah, he did play for the Yankees a bit. I remember him with the Mets when they won the World Series. And yeah, obviously the most recent one, Eddie Alvarez. Through, keeping that rhythm going. Now we're going to keep that position and maintain that speed here. Sam with a 35.5.
Couple skaters from Midway.
Right.
Stephen Hartman has his hands full.
Yep, a good group coming up out of there. Group of youngsters. They have a nice development program there. Nick Pearson's doing a nice job with those guys. And that's not just because Nick's in the chat.
All right.
And Sam through to 13.70.
What's the track record?
Oh, there we go. We got a high five.
Track record 140. Yeah, 144.01. Track record. That's going on today.
0.01. Okay.
Joey Mantia.
Oh, he's the track record.
Yeah. Yeah. According to SpeedskatingResults.com.
Okay, yeah, he finally got. I know Shawnee had it for the longest time. He did finally get it. All right. Nice job, Joey.
144.01 is the track record. Joey. January 8th last year.
On the inner here, Colin Ferguson and Brock Ludwig. Colin actually has dual citizenship, so I just want to point that out. But
what's the other country?
Canada.
Oh, okay.
Canada.
Okay.
But he is also an American citizen. But as you've probably noticed through this live stream, I don't know how to do a lot of things. So I don't know how to change that CAN on his graphic here.
Oh.
But just let it be known. Of course, we could always do something, kind of nasty. If he has a bad race, we'll keep CIN up. If he has a good race, we'll throw the USA on there.
Come on over. Come south.
Throw that on the graphic. No, he's with us. He is with us. No, he had a good 500 this morning. Nice personal, I believe, or at least it was a lot faster than he did the day before. I do remember that. And a good controlled skate. I remember down the last 100 here, he just kept his technique so well. Okay, Brock, he was one I was calling out earlier for not being on the blocks. Doggone it.
Hey, Matt, you want to be in my Be Real?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. There you go. There it is.
All right.
Let's send it.
All your followers.
3.
All 3 followers.
Kate, Helen, George.
Okay, the
and Kate's best friend, Eva.
Okay, keep in the position. Get on those blocks, guys. Let's do a 1500, not the 1520. I know Brock yesterday did his first 5K ever. 2:15.
So Brock is sporting a Butte, Montana skin suit.
Yes, he is. Him, Will Silk, out here with Dr. Dave Silk, one of our great distance skaters in the late 80s. Doing a heck of a job coaching his son and Brock. Do believe he's third at World All-Arounds one year. And that's with a fall.
Yeah.
I believe he was in a position to potentially win the world title and then fell in the 10K, unfortunately. At least that's the story I heard.
Yeah.
And Jerry Mitch on the inner, Matthew Salm on the outer. Telling you, Matthew is starting to look like he's got some feel for the ice.
Yep.
He was like, he reminded me of Zach a little bit at first, like trying to work on fundamentals, but just didn't have that familiarity with the ice. But as he's spending more and more time skating, like he's starting to look more natural. Yeah.
I like his turns a lot.
Like less stiff.
Yeah.
Really smooth and relaxed here.
Yeah.
Where before, obviously, I guess to be understood, if you're just starting out on ice, you're going to be a little tense.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the most comfortable feeling in the world.
You could tell on his turn exits, he's getting really good pressure and he's got good tempo. He's holding a nice position.
Right.
Look at that. I mean, that is a really nice picture right there. That last third of the turn, sitting 90 degrees. He still has, it's 600 meters to go. Looks good.
Yeah, looks really good. Not to mention, and I mean this in the nicest way possible to show his improvement, but it used to be every crossover I thought, yeah, he might go down. Yeah, man, this could be a crash.
Well, it's like
but now you're like, oh, no. He can execute a race now. He's comfortable enough to actually just execute good skating. And the 2 arms down. Dave Cruikshank on the back stretch there out of the Dash program, his coach here based in Milwaukee.
He is trucking.
Yeah.
He's having a really good race. Looks strong.
I know Bonnie stopped by earlier too, so I believe everyone on their team had a personal best this weekend so far. Or maybe they were looking for one more person, but they were having a really nice weekend. 155.86.
Matt Psalm just won 155.86.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
There we go.
Kids, that's a big, that's big.
There we go. There's a high five on the backstretch.
Matthew just got a PB.
Wow, what a great race. Jerry, here comes Jerry in 2:16.29. Wow, what a race by Psalm.
Yeah.
You could just tell.
Yeah.
And I'm not that familiar with his skating, you know.
Yeah, it was really good.
You know, he's based here, so I don't see him every day, but you could just tell, like, he was dialed in there.
His turns are really, really nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Wow.
Must be the haircut.
Maybe.
You know, probably lost a good pound of hair.
Yeah, I know, no doubt. It's all about watts per kilo here, so.
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
We have to do the math on that one. Max Weber, Aiden Meacham.
Aiden Meacham, another one of development.
Right.
Junior Development Athlete of the Year.
Right.
Colorado Gold.
Max opening up quick here. See Patrick Wetland back there. Great things in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
A good group of parents there too. I know Holly, Aiden's mom, super nice, super supportive, always willing to help out. Just really fun to talk to. It's fun to see the excitement and what they're accomplishing and seeing Aiden work for his goals here in skating.
He is having a nice skate. I really like the way he skates. He is skating well right now.
It's a significant difference between what he's doing now and last year.
Yeah. Max Weber having a good race too.
Right. Junior C too, so.
I have a feeling these two might be on our junior world team very soon.
Yep. We're looking at the future here.
Yeah. Aiden's going to get a nice draft here on the back.
Good little chase here.
Yeah. Not as much of a draft, but definitely a chase. Gotta love the last inner on the 1500.
Oh, I love it too. Yep, Aiden comes by him on the inner there.
So Aiden PB is 158.
Okay. Gonna be right there. 158.52.
Big PB for Max.
Max 159.17, under 2 minutes.
Wow.
That's got to be a PB for him,
5
too.
seconds.
Oh, just 5 seconds. Okay.
Right, in the 50s.
There's a USS high five on the backstretch. Or low five, depending on how you look at it.
Can we add a sound effect?
Oh, I got a little sound effect in there, but I need a different one.
Does it go?
Sort of like, it's like an ice sounding thing. Yeah, it could be annoying, I think, but
I don't
know.
Well, it's good to hear there's a sound effect.
Yeah, there's a little something there. All right, well, I want to ask the chat here, what are we thinking for the winning time today? We just heard track record's at 1:44.0.
Yep.
But I'm posing the question, will the winning time be under 1:45 or above 1:45?
Well, I have a fun fact for you.
Okay.
Jordan Stoltz will skate his first 1500 of the year at the Pettit today. He has not done a 1500 meter here yet this year.
Okay.
So the fastest 1500 that Jordan has done occurred in January last year after Olympic trials.
Okay.
And I'm talking here at the Pettit.
Right.
Best Pettit time is a 1:47.
Okay, well,
that's going down.
That's going down.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is 1:45? I don't know. We'll see. Well, meanwhile, we have Isaac Jones and Samuel Hart Gorman getting after it here. Isaac is with Coach Lee as well. So I'm hoping for some high five action on the backstretch from Isaac to make up for Calvin. And just for the record, Calvin, I'm just teasing you.
Oh.
When anyone watches the stream, you're like, man, that guy, who's that guy? Give me a hard time. It was an honest mistake, man.
Well, maybe he doesn't know about the high five.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Isaac doing a nice job here. Good tempo. Like he's trying to be efficient with his skating here.
Mm.
Now Barb pointing out Jordan went 143 in the fall. That was at altitude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, he did it. What did he do in Heronvane? No, it was 44 in Heronvane. But finishing up, Samuel Hart Gorman, 203.40. Did we? Oh, we didn't get a time for Isaac there. Let's see. Oh, come on, Coach Lee, get a high five. No. Oh, man, I played it and it didn't happen. I mean, maybe that's not their thing.
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe it has to be a really big deal to get the high five.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's not their thing. Man, we got 10 votes on our poll here.
Oh, we had a poll?
Yeah, we did a poll above or below 145, and we are dead split at 50% from the results I'm seeing.
Oh.
So we need a couple more people to vote.
Yeah.
We got 5 staying above, 5 staying below. So anyone else out there, hey, vote. Let's break this tie. Okay, up next, this is our junior world team.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least the men vying for positions. Both were on it last year. Dylan Woodbury on the inner. Augie Herman on the outer.
Oh.
Augie with a tremendous 5K yesterday.
We did get a time for Isaac.
Oh, okay.
201.333.
Oh, very nice. Now flirting with that 1-2 minute barrier.
Yeah, that's a big deal. It's like breaking 40 in the 500.
Absolutely. Okay, 24.8 for Dylan, 25.0 for Augie. I know Augie was talking to him after the 5K yesterday. Was really looking forward to this 1500.
Yeah.
Said he just kind of feels like he's in the zone for the 15 or really enjoys it.
Yeah, that's great. Both athletes with 2 arms on the back stretch, up on the back. Dylan keeping that 2 arms.
Oh, Augie keep bringing it down now.
Yeah, he's chasing now.
Yep.
Yeah, he wants to come out.
See Augie really attacking now.
Very similar first laps. Now
what were we at? 7.3, 7.2.
Second lap is so critical. See how close these split times are.
Augie with both arms down now. 7.6.
Wow, 0.4 drop. Hello.
That's a nice drop.
What? And over the top.
And still looking strong.
A 0.4 of a second difference between first and second. What do you like to see, Matt? Like in terms of a drop from lap to lap?
Well, I'd say generally there's more in the 1500. There's even more than that. It really kind of depends on the way you're coming from it. I think the sprinters you're going to see a little bit more drop, obviously, but
wow, nice job.
149.23. Good work. 152.03 for Dylan Woodbury.
Augie not far off a personal.
Yeah, what's 148.3 off the top of my head?
Yeah, wow, look at you go. It's like Rain Man.
Great race there. Up next, Tommy Fitzgerald on the inner, Zach Stoppamore on the outer. Tommy's on our 4 continents team, or not 4 continents, sorry, FISU World University Games team in Lake Placid. Zach Stoppelmore, a member of the sprint national team, was just outside the World Cups this year. He's trying to get that last spot potentially here. Right now we have qualified Jordan Stolz, Emery Lehman, and Casey Dawson are qualified based on Fall World Cups. So we have one position that we're kind of shooting for here to get to the World Cup stage. All right, well, I'm going to end our poll here. Let's see. I know how to end it. Closed poll. There we go. We had 62% saying below.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, well.
Oh. Yes, we had 64% say below, 35% say above 145. Let's see who's right. 7.4, 7.5. So Zach's about 0.4 ahead right now. Tommy 0.7 behind. But if you remember, Augie had that great second lap. Boy, he hit the gas there.
Yeah. He's really figuring out that 15.
Right.
Every race, every distance Augie is doing this year has been very good.
Right.
He's becoming a very complete all-around skater.
And it's great to see. And, next year he can start to maybe focus on what he feels best at or what he wants to do. But now he's got all those tools in the toolbox of, the endurance to do some longer stuff and be competent at it.
Keep an eye on Zach's time here. Look at how nice he is keeping his technique. I don't know if that's a little long for Milwaukee in terms of Stroud, but he maintained his technique really well there.
50.4, so that's second now. Tommy with a 53.3, and he's in fourth position now. All right, I think Ryan will give us a high five on the back. There it is.
PB for Tommy.
Right, and Tommy with a high five on the backstretch. There we go.
Carl Tatelli and Will Silk.
Ooh, this is a good one. So right now, these are the two in positions of 5th and 6th for the Junior World Team.
Okay.
Carl's in the 5th position, which is the last position. Will is one spot out in the 6th position. So I'm sure he is looking for an opportunity to try to chip away at Carl's lead right now. Will with a great 5K yesterday. And I think we might see a little bit more. This might be the blend of, kind of an endurance guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Carl, I don't know. Carl's kind of just pretty good at everything, but generally beats Will in like a 500. But now we kind of meet in the middle here with a 1500.
Both skaters improving very quickly.
Right.
Very well. And Carl and Will look very strong. Wow. Carl straightaways is looking very solid too.
Much more stable than he used to be. He used to be kind of violent, like upper body motion, but
he's going to get a nice draft here off of Will. But you know what? He's not waiting. Good for him. Good on him. Good on him.
I hope there's not a disqualification or anything there. To me, it looked like Carl could have gone by if he wanted to, but I think he tried to get that draft there. Maybe even slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, come on there, internet. Let's see if he can close in this last lap. 9.0 for Carl, and that last one, Will 9.6. Will knows he needs to keep this close. Carl is through in a 153.83. Will with a 155.0.
Very good race for Will. Wow.
Getting one? Oh no, I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun again. Yeah. Okay, next pair. William Gebauer on the inner. Jonathan Tobon on the outer. Tobon again trying to make his, man, I don't know how many junior teams he's been on. He's been a junior C, I think. So what would that be? 3, 4. This is maybe his 5th junior world team.
Wow. Couple of Milwaukee guys.
Right.
Will out of Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, but training with the NTP in Salt Lake. And John Tobon, Milwaukee guy, trained with NTP also. So
made the move out this year. What is going on?
4-4, Will. Okay. Very similar PBs for these two guys, within 0.6 of a second.
Oh, okay.
Of one another. See if Will can build this turn, take advantage of the draft on the backstretch. John accelerated really well, really hard on that inner. Put a little bit of gap between him and Will has, I really like Will's straightaways.
Yeah.
He just had a very nice relaxed backstretch just now. Come on, Will. Let's go, John. Great race by both athletes.
Well, I'm going to quick adjust this front stretch receiver here and see if we can get a better connection.
John loving the last inner here, eating that up.
See if that helps. There's a high five.
All right. Track record 144.01. Again, Joey Mantilla last year in January at Olympic Trials.
George Warren says, hey guys in the chat. What's up, George? I remember you from the fall.
I love the name George. My son's name is George.
My son's middle name is George.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And the two kind of act like each other, and they sort of look alike. You know, Austin, he's got a 1,500.
Yeah, you know, for a guy that's more known for 500,000,
yeah,
he's got some good fight in him.
Nice turns. Whew. Very similar personals for both athletes.
Okay.
In 47s.
Oh, we lost our connection. Let's see here.
Yeah. No. No, didn't pick it up.
Okay, I'm going to go run down and check that front stretch camera in a sec.
Okay. Good luck. There you go. Both skaters under the first place time. Austin accelerating hard down that backstretch. He's going to try and reel in Cooper here. Look at that. Coming out neck and neck. Wow. Super close. Now within 4/400ths of a second of each other. And their 1,500 meter personals are very close to 147. So final pair. Connor McDermott Mostowy on the inner and Jordan Stolz on the outer. Track record is 144.01. Both athletes very capable of getting that track record. So yesterday, Jordan got a track record in the 500. Let's see if he can continue that in the 15. Final pair of the day, men's 1,500 meters. Very strong opener here. Fastest opener of the day by both skaters. 23.73 for Connor, 23.58 for Stolz.
All right.
Welcome back.
I think we're good.
All
Problem was someone stepped on the power switch.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yep. There we go.
All right. Let's see what the lap time is here. 4.9, 24.9 for Stolz.
24.9 for first lap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I can maybe drive a 24-second lap.
Okay.
This is going to be a very impressive second lap. Stolz.
6.3. I saw
6.3, 7.4.
Ooh, got a little up on that one push. It's all right. Right back into it.
We're gonna see.
All right, Joey.
Good,
all right, Joey. Are you gonna hang on or not? I don't know.
It's gonna be very close.
Oh, I think he's got it. Yeah.
Boom.
Dang. 43.3.
Yep. That's 0.7 of a second. Track record. His third lap was a 28.5.
Woo! He just crushed the track record.
Yeah. Not bad for his first 1,500 meter of the year here at the Pettit. He's had many 1,500s, but that was his first Pettit one.
Nice work.
Man.
Well, we at least caught some of that race.
Track record.
I think I probably got too wrapped up, messed up the switcher. George Warren says, get the duct tape out to put the cord. Yeah, I know. I think someone clicked the button on the power strip down there. That's all that it was. But at least we got some of that nice race.
Mm-hmm.
And Connor, 146.5.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
No.
That's pretty good, too.
In second place. So Connor earns that 1,500 meter position.
Good on him.
So he'll be able to do that at the World Cups now.
All right.
Which is awesome. I know that was a target of his. I know he was disappointed he didn't get it in the fall.
Yeah.
So now to come back here and earn it for World Cup 5 and 6, it's a great accomplishment.
Boom. What a day.
Yeah, what a fun day.
Wow.
Some really, really great results. So, and just like that, it's over.
Yeah. Till tomorrow.
Yeah, till tomorrow, 9:30. So tomorrow, what do we have? 1,000 meter. What else? Oh, 5,000 and 10,000. So we don't have a lot of people doing the 5 and 10K tomorrow. I think primarily because there's no World Cup positions for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not competing in those distances at 5 and 6. But we'll have one pair of 5K women, I believe, and then 2 pair of men's 10K tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, those 1,000 meters should also be a very exciting race. There's a position open for both men and women in those. So they'll be fighting for those final World Cup spots there. So awesome. Thanks everybody for joining in.
Signing off.
I think short track is going on. I'm amazed that our stream didn't get cut off for the short track stream because we're using the same channel. And I know we were having problems with the stream key, like getting duplicated, but we will see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Central. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
See you tomorrow, Nick.